Alright, hello and welcome to the Proto Droid Pilot tutorial. This will be linked in the Unity project in the files for the Proto Droid, and this can be used on just about any avatar that you want to use it on, actually. It's just a simple parent constraint tutorial. But more specifically, we're covering how to put a pilot in the Proto Droid model. This is the base model that I've been working on for a while and am currently selling on Gumroad. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to this pilot folder and you're going to want it to import new asset. And you're going to find the FBX file for the pilot, whatever pilot you're wanting to use, whatever avatar you have that you want to use as a test pilot, or not a test pilot, but as a pilot. So then you've imported that, and then what you got to do is you're going to go to the face frame, turn that off, the face screens, turn that off, the camera, turn that off, and then you're going to go to the con pod and turn that on. Now what that does is that puts this con pod here, this control panel surface here, in place for your pilot to actually go into this little room. And then all you're going to simply do is take your pilot, drag them into the scene. Why are you over there? No matter. Because then all you're going to do is drag them to where they'll need to be. And then you're going to scale them down. So this is still a little large. So we'll scale you back down a little more. So one of the other good things you can do is turn on the face frame, and that'll show you how close you are to clipping through the top. So we're going to move him back a little more. Alright, there we go. So, yeah. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn this face frame back off. Because now comes the fun part, quote unquote. Is you're going to take this, and you're going to drag it underneath of into the Proto Droid itself. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time putting sentences together today. You're going to drag this into the hierarchy. You're going to drop it down. And you're going to drop down all of its armature. Alright. And this will go for hands as well. I do not have hands on this one because it is not necessary for this pilot. And what you're going to do is with everything except the head, you're going to do shift select, add component, parent constraint. Not parent constraint. Everything. No. No, 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 no. I take it back. My apologies. With everything except the hips, you're going to add a rotation constraint. you're going to hit the add button, and then on the hips, we're going to add a parent constraint, but we're not going to have it freeze any of its rotation axes. And then we're going to tell it to add, and then we're going to also add a rotation constraint. So we're going to drop down the armature, which I know this is a lot. The Proto Droid, this is my first base model. The Proto Droid is my first base model, so things aren't the most streamlined. So you're going to find is your hips, your spine, your chest, your neck, your shoulders, arms, and elbows. And then on this one, you want to find the plantigrade, so the plan thigh and plan thigh, plan knee, and plan ankle for the left and the right. And you're just going to start dragging stuff. So this is the right arm. We need the right elbow. Goes to the elbow R. Oh yeah. So right elbow elbow R goes to right elbow. You click and drag it. You activate it and you move up to the next one. Drag over, click and activate. And you just kind of do this for each piece of armature in your avatar that needs to be manipulated to move properly. So basically your basic arms and legs. The head has you can either, so the head has two options you can do. You can go right for the head itself, or you can do the camera, the eye bones essentially, which camera eye will do. And what that'll do is every time the camera eye changes its rotation, the head will turn with it. Now you won't see that here because this is just a sphere for a head, but yeah. And then your neck, you're going to do neck. Your left elbow, we'll do the left elbow. Then your left arm, we'll do the arm L. And then your left shoulder to your left shoulder. And what this does is when you rotate that limb, now I'm rotating it at the shoulder, not the arm. There you go. It will rotate with. And then if you want to test that stuff, you just click the rotation stuff, Control Z to back pedal. Alright, now we've done the left shoulder. Did we do the neck? Yes, we did the neck. Alright, so now we do the chest. So we gotta go find the chest. No! Activate, thank you. Then we do the spine. That's gonna go to the spine. Alright, and now onto the feet. So now we're doing the this is gonna get a little bit annoying because if you gotta pay close attention and make sure you're not using the digigrade legs. You gotta use the plantigrade legs for this, or else it's not gonna work right. I do not know what happens if you use the digigrade legs instead of the plantigrade legs, which the digigrade legs are right here. But let's see, what are we on? Left knee. I find that plan knee L. By the way, feel free to pause at any time necessary to if I'm moving too fast. Leg to left thigh. And then that should leave us with hips, which our hips is going to have a parent constraint on the head so that whenever the head moves, he moves with it. But we're going to have the rotation constraint to the avatar's hips so that the hips stay aligned with. Basically, all the armature has rotation constraints to move in line with the rest of the avatar. But your hips, which is your grounding point for the models and armatures, has a parent constraint that we have loosely attached to the head, so, but only attached to where it can still move individually. Now, one of the things that will probably eventually get added is a gimbal in here so that it's like he's always standing on something. That will probably come out in a later update for this avatar. But yeah, this is how you do it. And then what you do here is you have to do something rather simple. It's not too complicated, but you need to go back to the assets into the Proto Droid. Click on it. And you're going to hit create new clip. Go to animations and you're going to find pilot on. You're going to hit save, overwrite, add property. All you got to do is go down here to where your pilot is going to be, hit the is active. And this is for pilot on, so you leave it on. And then you're going to hit create new project and you're going to go find pilot off. Replace it, yep. Add property. In this case, my pilot is just called untitled because it is just a rinky-dink asset that I threw together for it. And you turn it off. Make sure you hit preview again to put it back into T-pose. It will break if you don't. And that should do it. That's all you have to do because the pilot toggle, as long as you haven't messed with the pilot toggle in-game, everything else should be functional. So yeah. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you all have any problems, feel free to message me in Discord about it. It is _ RonnieBD number 0001. The R and BD are capitalized. So yeah, I hope you all have a good day, and thank you for watching this tutorial.